What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you guys about early defense versus late defense. So first, let's define these things. What do I mean by early versus late? I would define early as the preventative style defense, and I would define late defense as I'm already stuck in a certain move or in a certain position. How do I get out now? So early defense is concepts like not accepting bad grips, like making sure your body positioning is good, making sure you're not out of position, making sure you're staying tight with your elbows, making sure you're not giving your opponent any space to work things into, okay? So the saying is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's true for Jiu-Jitsu too, okay? If my fundamentals are good, if my grip fighting is good, if my stance positioning is good, and I'm never out of position, then obviously I'm going to give my opponent way less opportunities to put me in danger than if those things are not in place and I'm out of position frequently and maybe I'm not as tight as I need to be. I'm giving my opponent a lot of opportunities if I do that. Now, late defense, not as important as early defense in my opinion. You know, your fundamentals of early defense need to be very good if you want to be successful at a high level. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly placed into danger, and you know, unless you're extremely skilled at escaping, eventually you will get caught. And frankly, even if you are extremely good at escaping, eventually with enough attempts you will get caught. And you want to reduce the number of offensive attempts that your opponent can put on you. So if you've got good early defense, you can limit it down to maybe 1 or 2 exchanges. But if your early defense is poor and you know, you're out of position frequently and all that sort of stuff, then, you know, instead of 1 or 2 times where you're placing yourself at risk of your opponent's offensive sequences, now maybe it's 9 or 10 times. So that all that being said, you know, early defense is really important, and you want to make sure you know that and you have it well and you have it drilled down into you. But don't neglect your late defense either, because here's the thing, you know, you could have a perfect early defense, but someone may just be more skilled than you, or they may just catch you off guard, and you're going to end up in bad positions, okay? You're going to end up in submissions. So you do need to definitely be good at escaping from pins. That is something that's essential. You need to be able to get out of bad positions. And, you know, while not as important as the positional escapes, because this is a later stage of defense, you also need to know basic submission escapes, basic submission counters, and you need to be good at them. So yes, I know, basically you need to be good at everything, but if you're going to tackle one thing at a time, it's much more effective for you strategically to tackle your early defense first and get good at that first, okay? You can always work on your late stage defense by rolling with people that can absolutely smash you. In fact, that'll work both categories. If you roll with someone that's significantly better than you, you're going to spend most of the roll on the defensive, and those are the skill sets that you're going to be working. You're going to be working your pin escapes, you're going to be working your submission escapes and things like that. And that's important, okay? You want to work everything, but as your defense gets later and later and later and later down the chain, okay, you know, even if I escape someone's rear naked choke, you know, they're still on my back most of the time, right? So if I manage to pry the grips apart, they're still going to be on my back. Whereas if my early defense had been good enough, they never would have taken my back in the first place, and I would have shut down whatever they were trying to do. So for that reason, it's way better to defend something early on in the beginning of the chain than it is at the end of the chain, because if you're getting all the way to the end of the chain and then that's when you defend the submission, you're probably still in a pretty bad position and they can probably attempt that again. So that's my take on it, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the notification bell as well so you guys can be notified when we have new videos out there, because otherwise YouTube will not send you a notification when we have a new video. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a comment if you disagreed or if you want to expand on something that I said, and I'll see you guys next time.